He's like love, 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 and music. La la la, love, 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 and music. Love, love.
Hello, everyone. Thank you for tuning in. I am Jay Lee. This is Jay Lee's Corner, and this is another edition of Car Conversations on Jay Lee's Corner. I'm not yelling too loud because I don't want to yell too loud. I hope everyone is having a great Friday. This is going to be a random hot topic / morning drive. Not really talk about nothing. We're going to see where it's going to go kind of conversation. I just wanted to talk about two little things. Well, three. One, yes, I will be live tonight on my YouTube, 10 p.m. Eastern Standard Time. It's all, 10 p.m. ish. Between 10 and 15, I'll be on there. So yes, I will be live. So get your questions together. Y'all know the rule of, to post a question, put the word question in your question so I can easily see it. Yeah, that's all there was for that. And I wanted to, just bring up T.I. and Tiny show is coming back, okay? Oh, you have not done so already, please take a moment to subscribe to my channel, become a whole Jaybird. Hey, Jaybirds. And then don't forget to comment, like, subscribe, share, all that good stuff, and to also hit the notification bell because it lets you know when I have new content up. Yeah. So, T.I. and Tiny show is coming back. The whole T.I. and Tiny family hustle. They have included Toya Wright, Lil Wayne's ex-baby mama and ex-wife. LaToya Luckett, who was pregnant and just got married, from Destiny Child. And also Monica, the singer Monica. I said, oh, okay. So we've been seeing them. I've seen them all hang out a lot recently. I kept, even though they are cool, it was like, oh, they really are hanging out. I'm surprised that Ludacris and his wife Adoxy is not included, only because I always see Adoxy and LaToya hanging out together, and I know Ludacris and T.I. are really good friends, so I am a little bit surprised that they aren't included too. But everybody's not about that reality TV life, so that's one thing. But it's going to be called T.I. and Tiny Family Hustle, family and friends, something like that, where they'll all be included, like marriage, friend, all that good stuff. I'm interested to see how that's gonna go. Because when T.I. was on the Breakfast Club, Charlamagne asked him, like, oh, so I heard the show coming back. He's like, well, no, sort of, kind of it is, but it's not really how it used to be. It's revamped. It's completely different. But I feel like if y'all gonna come back but not address the fact that, you was out here like, doing your thing, doing her thing, y'all were getting divorced and now y'all back together. I don't want them to come back as in like, oh, nothing's wrong, nothing happened, we're a good old happy couple. I need them to be realistic with it. And I don't need the details of what happened and who he did, who he fucked, and who she fucked her. I don't mean that. I mean, if you're gonna have a show that's about family, grown adults, marriage stuff or whatever, be real with it. Say, yes, we fucked up, one way or the other. Yes, he did some things, I did some things. We was on the outs, but we was, I just need them to honestly address they marriage. Because you want to show about being married with married couples, you can't just, gloss over the bullshit of it all. So, because he was on the Breakfast Club the other day, like an hour interview. And it was a great hour interview. He didn't really address anything directly or whatever. He talked about his albums came out last night. I listened to I skimmed through all of the songs. And I like the album so far. But again, I skimmed through the songs. Skim through. I do like the song Hefe with him and McMill. I do like the song. Why the fuck is, look, River Bottom Trucks, y'all can't be next to each other, okay? Y'all can't box the bitch in, okay? I need one of y'all to speed up. Thank you. Sorry. Two trucks be side by side, both driving slow, and you can't get around either one of them, and you want to punch them in the fucking face. That's what I'm going through right now. So, anyway. But yeah, his album, a song with him and Anderson .Paak was on there too. That's also one of my faves. So I will probably review T.I.'s album because I'm a T.I. fan. My favorite album, T.I. was King. You know what I'm saying? I think it was a little gangster to me. I'm a little gangster girl. So I love King. And when I listened to it, it reminded me, it gave me the feeling of King. Like, I was like, okay, song number one, okay, song number two. It gave me that feel, so I wanted to wholeheartedly listen to it before I, comment on it. And review it on my channel. Anyway, so we had that whole thing. But there's a song on the album with him and some girl. And the song is called like Mr. Fuck Up or something like that. And he's admitting he fucked up, saying he did things. Oh yeah, of course, Mr. Fuck up again. It's him rapping and then him also talking like he fucked up this, he fucked up that. You know what I'm saying? Why'd you go do this? Why you out this club? How you out being so friendly? You smack my own ass. For me, I feel like it was his way of doing what Jay-Z did with, his album 444. He like let me admit to my discretions and saying how I fucked up or whatever and how I need to do better. I feel like, yes, it was authentic, even though I look at how T.I. cheated and how Jay-Z cheated two different ways. I mean, like, for Jay-Z and Beyonce, no one knew anything. But with T.I. and Tiny, we all saw it all. So I feel like in one way or the other, Tiny was more embarrassed publicly for a longer amount of time, like in real time, than Beyonce was. Like, when Beyonce, brought up how Jay-Z cheated and Jay-Z admitted to it or whatever, on the Lemonade album, the 444 album, no one had any idea. So it was like, oh, Jay-Z, you are an asshole, and then he came back, saying his part, but we never knew it was going on. For T.I. and Tiny, it always felt like Tiny is enduring this man cheating on her, and because he's supporting her and buying her this and buying her that, and because she his whole wife and she's Mrs. Harris, and that's a coveted position to hold, even if your husband out here, dicking down other bitches. She stayed for whatever her reason may be, but she had to deal with more scrutiny for a longer amount of time because it seemed like her husband was openly cheating on her, and she just had to deal with it. So, he do have a song where he do address it, the song is kind of cute or whatnot, again, it reminds me of the whole, these fucking trucks is gonna make me punch him in the face, Jesus, I don't want to get arrested. So, yeah, so it was, if you have not heard his new album, it's called Dime Trap. It came out last night, came out at midnight. I was listening to it on Tidal. It's a good, if you're a T.I. fan, it's a good listen. What else? Pooch Hall. Pooch Hall is a dude from, he's on Ray Donovan. I don't watch Ray Donovan, but I do know he's on the show because when Ray Donovan first started, I think my mom and my dad was watching it or something like that, and they tried to get me to watch it, and I just couldn't get into it. But I knew that he was on there because, Pooch Hall for me will forever be Derwin from the game. Him, Tia Mowry, Derwin the Melanie or whatever, the whole BET show and stuff. I think it was first on UPN. Anyway, but yeah, Derwin from the game, the dude from, he's now on Ray Donovan, his real name was Pooch Hall. He's had a couple other little acting gigs in between, but that's what he's mostly known for. Either know him from Ray Donovan or you know him from the game. He was arrested. He was wholeheartedly arrested for a DUI and child endangerment because he was drunk and he let his 2-year-old child drive. I said, bitch, what? Bitch, how? Bitch, who? Bitch, where? Bitch, what? What? How do you do that? So he was arrested at like 7:30 p.m. It wasn't even late at night. I'm like, how you that drunk at 7:30 p.m.? Lord Jesus, these people. So, people saw him. The people called the police because they saw his 2-year-old child in his lap steering the car because he was intoxicated. So he was having his child help him drive home. I'm like, how the fuck? If you drunk enough to, if you too drunk and you can't drive, why would your next best decision be let my 2-year-old drive? Why won't you call an Uber? Like, the crazy part about this day and age is you don't have to ever drive drunk. Like, you can always Uber, you can Lyft, or you can call a bitch for a ride. Like, no one has to drive drunk. That's just crazy to me. And I don't mean like, oh, I had 2 drinks. Because 2 drinks won't really make a person drunk. Well, not me. So I don't mean if you had a drink or 2. No, I mean when you so drunk that you let your 2-year-old drive. That's drunk. That's really, really, really drunk. So the people who saw it happening called the police because they said the car then veered and like hit a parked car and swerved a little bit because of the fucking 2-year-old. And let's hope the fucking 2-year-old was not also drunk, okay? And you know, he was arrested. He's still in the child is back with the mother, and he is in jail on like $100,000 bond or whatnot. I mean, you can't live this one down, bro. You can. They said the car seat was in the back seat, or you know what I'm saying, tossed around or whatever. Like he said, fuck the car seat. I just can't. I don't get it. I don't understand how people be whole ass parents and make dumbass decisions like, let me go get drunk with my kid. And I'm like, where was you coming from with your kid that you was drunk? Like when you at home, you got drunk and said, and let's leave, like let's go somewhere, son or daughter. I can't remember if it was son or daughter. I just 2-year-old Tyler. And then they said they heard the baby crying. Well, I said, well, yeah, because the baby was like, I don't want to drive, daddy. Daddy, I don't want to drive. So I just think it's wholeheartedly an asshole move. I do think it's kind of crazy to do stuff like that. I'm like, what possesses a person? I just don't get it. I've never been so drunk to say, you know, I need to let a child drive. I've never been that drunk ever in my life. And I don't ever want to be. Okay? I can't, you know, that just doesn't make sense to me. I just can't do it. What else was I going to talk about? I think that was all I wanted to bring up today on my little drive to work. So, again, I will be live on YouTube later. Oh, I'll talk about Tamar a little bit because somebody was commenting on my Tamar post. Not my Tamar post. My Braxton's review that I posted last night. The one thing I will say additionally, because I know I'm going to end up having to talk about it on my live tonight, I did not mean that Tamar was lying about being molested. When I say Tamar is a whole ass liar about what she was talking about on Wendy Williams, what I meant was Tamar is a whole ass liar, making it seem like that was the reason her and Ayala bumped heads. Now people were saying like, well, yeah, you know, maybe that they cut that part out. I don't believe it. I don't. I just don't. I think Tamar was trying to do damage control because she knew, you know, that she was a whole asshole on that show. So let me try to get in front of it and say, oh, this is why I walked off, because she was trying to reveal something. No, bitch, she tried to reveal you. Okay? That's what she tried to reveal. Your ass. Not nobody else. Your ass. And so I'm like, other than that, yeah. I will also bring up the shows that I am reviewing. The fall schedule, you know, all the fall shows are coming back or are already back. And there's so many shows. It's so hard for me to keep up with stuff. So some shows y'all gonna get late. Like I can't, you know, it's just too. And some shows I'm not pressed about doing when they come on because the shows ain't all that. Like Marriage at First Sight, you know, Marriage Boot Camp, you know, some of these like the season, like the Marriage Boot Camp, Marriage at First Sight. This is my first time watching this show, and for me, it's not that entertaining. So. The couples are boring. Every episode they're boring. Only Mia and Tristan this episode gave us anything worth watching. Like every episode, either Tristan and Mia or Dave and Amber gonna give us something. Bobby and Danielle don't give a shit. Like not a goddamn thing. So I really don't be too pressed about reviewing the show if it ain't much that happened. Like I be like, okay. Like, you know, this like the last episode, which I have not reviewed, I'm gonna put it right up in here. Bobby and Danielle still acting like ain't nothing wrong with them. Still acting like, okay, we great. Still acting like, you know what I'm saying, it's bullshit, not bullshit, but as of right now, they are the perfect couple, and you know that's how it is. Cool. Amber and Dave. We know Amber is insensitive. It's insecure, and we know Dave don't like it. Next. Tristan and Mia. The stuff is so surface level. It's so many other shows that come on. I don't have the time to give them my energy sometimes, and sometimes I just don't feel like it. I don't. Tristan and Mia. We know Tristan childish asshole. We know Tristan ain't shit to me. I think Tristan is worse than Mia. You know, they all had like a second honeymoon type thing that they're getting on because it's like a week until they have to make a decision. And I don't like how they drawing out this whole week. I'm like, bitch, we don't need 3 episodes for a week. We don't, because ain't enough happened. The show irks my nerve. like completely irks my nerve. But you know, Tristan being an asshole and getting mad because the ladies all get together talking about how Tristan put Mia out and how, you know, they're surprised that she went back, and Mia and how long she thinks they can still be together, whatever, which they all think is crazy. So when Dave then tell Tristan that he heard that he put Mia out, Tristan is upset as if Mia was lying, saying, I didn't put you out, you left. No, bitch, you put her out. Okay, you packed her shit, you put her shit in the hallway, and you put her out. You did. So in the car, as they're talking about that, and he's upset with her, saying, you're making me out to be a bad husband. You are a bad husband. You put her out. Like, you need to acknowledge that you put her out and stop trying to act like she tripping, because she isn't. She is not tripping. And even if she felt like you could have stopped her from leaving and you didn't, you wholeheartedly put her ass out. You did. And the fact that he's acting like he didn't is what aggravated me to the point where it's like, I don't even want to review this shit, because at this point it's stupid. And we've already heard that they got divorced, or they filed for divorce. So I'm like, whatever. So, you know, so Mia in the car, as he, you know, talking about, I can't believe this and I can't believe that and I'm done, she ended up crying the rest of the way to the hotel or whatnot. And then they both said, we're going to go to bed and talk about it in the morning. And then he wake up, and then, you know, she gone, she left. She cut the phones off. Nobody know where she at. You know what I'm saying? She texting Dave. They texting Dave and Amber, saying two different things. And, you know, I'm like, I don't give a fuck. Like, the episode that came on last, that's why I didn't review it. I gave 0 fucks. I did, because it's so surface. It is. Bobby don't like nobody telling him that him and Danielle marriage can't be perfect. You know, he don't like nobody saying y'all avoiding shit. He don't like nobody saying y'all haven't fought because y'all avoided any kind of issues. But they are. Okay? And Danielle, the whole, I don't know how to express my emotions. Well, bitch, you're a robot. Okay, well, be a whole goddamn robot. And then that's why you're not together with anybody, because you're emotionless. I don't really care. Amber and Dave was surface stuff. Surface. His friend telling him, you know, maybe it's not her insecurities. If you said you prefer someone who doesn't look like her, maybe you need to address that. You're like, well, I tell her all the time that I want to be with her. Like, I married her. I want to be with her. We're always having sex, whatever. I want her. And she just keeps acting as if I don't say that. Okay? And I don't care. It was what it was. So that's my review of Married at First Sight. Let's hope that next week is better. And, you know, I'll do a real review on it. But, you know what I'm saying? I'll put in here how, you know, Married at First Sight, all that stuff. Cardi B turned herself in. She was not arrested. She turned herself in and had like 2 misdemeanor charges for that stupid ass club bar fight that the people say that she did not fight anyone, where they're accusing her of ordering it. I'm like, bitch, strippers, look. And the people who did it are saying, like, Cardi didn't make me do that. And I'm like, I just can't do this whole Cardi hate train. I can't. So she went to the police station looking fabulous. I know that much. I'm so late for work. Because it's 1:40. And I'm supposed to be at work at 12. Anyway. But I'll pull it up in a minute. Yeah. So Cardi, yeah, she turned herself in. That was good. It was what it was. And again, y'all know I'm Team Cardi all day. Other than that, I think I'm done. I don't think I have anything else to say. Everything else we can talk about on the live tonight. 10 p.m. Eastern Standard Time. Okay. I'm done. I'll talk to y'all later tonight. Peace. Well.
He's like love, and you